Hello and welcome to Watkins Glen International Raceway, site to race number 4 of the NRSL Reebok Truck Series. And joining me once again is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
Front row today will be Rob Evans and Kyle Matthews, the Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. Emmanuel Gonzalez, Sabrina Rogers, row 2, with Cole Deaver, Bafod Saka, row 3. Osman Hamid will start alongside Blake Coleman in row 4. And Quentin Moore and Zach Flickinger in row number 5. Flickinger having to get in through the go home knockout qualifying. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand over to Steven for his thoughts and predictions.
Well, this is the in-game Watkins Glen, which means it's going to be a crazy. Oh, it's not the in-game one?
It's revamped.
It's the revamp. Well, anyways, last year was an absolute crap fest, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Hyatt finished, not Hyatt, Jess, Dylan Young, Qualls, and I believe Sky Collins have all ran it in either the Cup or the Hooters series here. So look for the experience. Stephen Paul III won 2 road course races, and Zane Duel won last weekend at Road America. Our final row was Kakula and Qualls, and so look for them to be the favorites to stay in the race. But it's going to be wild. Turn 1's going to be death.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a pointer. That is Seb Kukalon in the 32, because you were nowhere close.
No, I was.
I don't even know what you said. And I'm not going to try and repeat what you said, as here comes the command to start engines here today.
Drivers, start your engines!
Top 10 in points coming into this one. Dylan Young holds a slim 10-point lead over Rob Evans. Dylan Young, the only driver to get a top 10 finish in every race so far this season.
What happened today?
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Brett Hill is 3rd in points, 46 back. Cole Deaver 4th, 53 back. New York native Seth Cole is 5th, 70 points back. Bafod Sacco, Joseph Srigley, Sky Commons, Joshua Hyatt, and Robert Young, the top 10 in points. Anyone as low as 16th, JT Bryant, in the points can leave here as the points leader. You see a little bit of a stack up back there. And the green flag's out. We're underway here at Watkins Glen.
All right, who makes it to turn 1 is going to be the question. Is everybody fanning out down the back?
It is a very big question on who's going to make it through turn 1. And actually, who's going to make it into turn number 2 is a real good question. Johnny Gardner, another one of the hometown favorites this week. And, oh, boy.
Oh, God. Oh, okay.
Well, wow, Gardner actually got away with it. Chad White's around in the 4. Kev Shear in the 56. Problems for Stephen Paul III in the 05.
Of course.
Shelton's in it. James Qualls, 03 is smoking. Robert Young, and the points leader, Dylan Young. Sky Commons also there. Kuklon and Germain. And here's another trouble spot into the chicane. There goes Quentin Moore off.
Lack of I&I testing?
No, we already knew that was a problem spot. Although, to be fair, I've made it less of a problem spot. They can actually get out of there now.
Well, that's good. That was crazy.
So, action very early on.
Yeah, we didn't even.
There's Ryan Hill, Seth Cole, right now on track. We'll have to wait and see who's where, honestly. Too much craziness can happen on lap 1.
This is also a trouble spot because that tire barrier can eat and get you.
It hasn't been much of an issue so far this weekend that we've seen, but you never know what happens in the race. Kyle Matthews, though, with a slim lead up front. Blake Coleman, Bafod Sacco nearly made contact there. Gonzalez fends off or actually takes 4th away from Cole Deaver.
Yeah, I see Zane Duel in the 27. Like I said, he won last week at Road America.
And in desperate need of a good run. 43rd in the points coming in, despite being... Well, actually, he wasn't locked into it. He made all 3 races, but is 43rd in points. So that's saying something.
I think he's D and Q. No. There was races where everybody finished.
And Swanson going off. Let's see how well he can make it. Oh, there goes RJ Reynolds and Daniel Gitteroke in the 23. There goes Card Pollard.
What is this? Just a party in the gravel trap?
Yep. Oh, a lot of damage there to the 81. Jonathan Zorline, the defending champion, will not finish the race today.
It's RJ won last year. His paint scheme, he won and crashed off, and then one of the Pollets went off too.
And now Rob Evans trying to hunt down the 24. Battle for the race lead down the front straightaway. Kyle Matthews leads the first 2 laps from the pole, but will lose the lead here on lap number 3.
Didn't Rob win at Daytona?
Yes, he did. Looking for the first repeat winner of the year in any of the series so far. Sabrina Rogers looking for second now on Kyle Matthews.
Well, we shouldn't see this as a surprise. Rob ran pretty good at Road America, just didn't get the finish he wanted last weekend.
Cole Deaver able to fend off fifth from Blake Coleman, as that might open the door for Bafode Sacco, or Blake Coleman once again down the back straightaway into the bus stop. You don't want to make a move though. Seth Cole thinking that he can and tries to make a move on Scott Upton. Not gonna end well.
That didn't work.
And they were three wide back here. James Ellison makes it through though, and Seth almost made it out of the sand.
Yeah, that didn't work. There's not a lot of sand in New York anyways.
You know, I can't wait for the day that they decide that they want to repave over that back there.
They repaved turn 1 at least.
Well, they gave us a little bit of extra space, but it's still sand over in turn 1. Zain Abdullah, though, now looking for... He's got 8th, looking for 7th right now. Zach Flickinger starting to fall back a little bit. Under attack from his teammate, Isaac Flickinger, the 64.
Yep, this 9-2-1 Daytona last season.
And actually, I just thought of this as well. With the issues that the 05 did, that's great news for Zach Flickinger, who came into this race 31st in the points. Pollard was 30th, 6 points ahead of him.
Of course.
And Brett Hill, Joseph Bryant battle for 12th.
Beautiful 80 paint scheme right there. A little bit, nobody's really making any moves into the bus stop, so that's really
that's a smart idea. They've learned.
For now.
As they start to catch up to Jessica Shelton, who is in 29th. Last truck scored on the lead lap.
Oh, boy.
And you'll see the list of retirements already back there. Camshaft and ignition issues, apparently. The official reason for the DNF for the 05 and 81.
Major problems.
Sabrina Rogers looks like she's trying to set up a move on Kyle Matthews, maybe down onto the front straightaway here. Kyle goes a little bit wide. That's going to open the door for the 43.
Yeah, the Texas winner last year.
And Rob Evans puts the 84 down a lap here.
Some
drivers making it out of the pits. Let's see if they can survive coming off a pit lane. This has been a trouble spot in the past for some. Ryan Houston with... Oh!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh!
What?
Swanson has, so Swanson with issues. I'm assuming what he did was he ran into the tire wall coming off pit lane. That's just an assumption. I'm not quite sure. You will have seen it. Three wide back here. Sabrina Rogers goes off.
What are you doing?
Oh,
big hit.
Gosh. That killed that wall.
That's a concussion right there.
Meanwhile, Zain Abdullah, Bafode Sacco battling for position, Gonzalez and Blake Coleman.
I can confirm we're going to Road America next year.
Well, depends on what we do for scheduling next year.
Triple header at Road America.
As Blake Coleman now grabs the spot away, and Sacco's going to try and take the spot away from Gonzalez. He will do so. Move the 10 back, or move the 22 up into 5th.
This might not work.
84 is definitely off the pace a little bit, as we'll see if she lets Kyle Matthews go here.
Yeah, just ask Sabrina Rogers about that.
Well, you can see where the damage is. The right side of that 84 is pancaked in from something.
Oh, this is going to get bad to the hairpin.
You mean the bus stop?
Yeah,
well,
same thing, yes.
Who's going to be the victim here? Might be Zain Abdullah. No, they make it work side by side through the bus stop.
They might not make it work off the corner.
I think they're fine off the corner. Bal right now is between the 16 and the 10.
16 with a power move on the outside.
Oh, right contact there. Between 27 and 84.
Yeah, that's tempers are flaring.
Well, Shelton just trying to make laps at this point, so clearly that truck gonna be off the pace for the rest of this race.
It's the 80
RJ Reynolds blocking the 13. He's not on the lead lap.
Whoa!
That's his teammate that he nearly hit coming off the final corner.
Man, he must have had too much. Someone must have spiked his Hawaiian punch or something.
Seth Cole,
God, look at the carnage.
A lot of drivers on pit lane there. As now looks like Brett Hill's going to try and make the move into the S's. That should open the door a little bit there. Battle up here. Blake Coleman was looking for third on Kyle Matthews now. Not able to make the move stick.
Let's see if Victor. Oh my
God. That wasn't smart.
And this isn't going to be smart either.
And he's going to be stuck behind the 84. They're going to be 3 wide. Joseph Bryant, RJ Reynolds, and Ryan Hill. Around goes the 92 of Flickinger.
13 in the dirt. Not too bad, though. Not bad.
I mean, compared to what he could have done, Zach Flickinger getting off easy. Going to lose a ton of ground, though.
God. 4 wide.
Look at that.
0-0 in the grass. Thinks better of it.
Matthew Eves was using experiences from his past. James Ellison up into 16th now. At one point, he was 38th, and he's just survived his way up into the top 20.
That's what you could do, obviously. As Jess has just been a roadblock here the entire the last.
Now Gonzalez going to be able to get to the driver's right of the 84. RJ Reynolds unable to get around the 84 yet. Juan Fernandez in the 34 now up into the top 10.
Juan is coming through the field.
And
oh God, Louisville's there.
He is yet to finish in the top 10 this season, so this would be his first career top 10 if he can hang on to it.
Well, that doesn't really matter if you look at the Cup Series, so.
Well, unable to make the move stick on Joseph Bryant for 9th. They will clear the 84 easily enough.
84 got some problems off the corner there.
And Fernandez trying to make a peek, thinks way better of it. Around goes, oh, Kyle Matthews hard into the wall.
Oh God, that's day over.
Ryan Hill's in the grass.
13 went off.
There's Zainadula, who's actually going to get out of the dirt.
I forgot we were at Portland.
Oh
God,
Scott Commons goes off. Or sorry,
he finished.
That's last season. Sam Young 77. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the first time we've actually had to say his name this year.
Wow.
Scott Upton is a lot down in the 21. Battle for second right now looks to be between Blake Coleman and Cole Deaver. They're trying to chase down the 55. Right now it is 2.73 seconds the race lead. They did close in slightly, but only by a couple hundredths.
Take a shot every time somebody spins off at this race.
You know, that might end up being a hazardous game to play.
Yeah, 38's in 10th now.
Great run there for James Ellison, looking for his first career top 10.
Gitaro, who's the driver of the 42 car, he's up there at the 23.
But he is a lap down in the 28th position last time by. Actually, that is 2 laps down in 28th.
I mean, we had 11 cars lead lap last season, so this is a success.
And unfortunately, this did not go as well as the test race, where we at least had more drivers finish the test race than we did this one.
That's how it always works.
You know, it really is, and I'm willing to bet part of it is, I would have to look at the weather, but I'm pretty sure that the weather ended up being clear by chance on that one. So there's already less grip, and so we've got cloudy conditions here.
Makes it more fun. At least it's on 1X. We don't need people hitting the pit wall.
Well, no, it's on 2X. They're just not going to pit.
Thank God.
At least I would not expect him to. Blake Coleman now going to go for second here, as Cole Deaver lost a ton of ground that time by.
Cole Deaver's not letting it go easy though.
I don't blame him. This is a battle for second. Cole Deaver fourth in points, already losing points to second in points Rob Evans, who's looking to be the points leader, leaving Watkins Glen and ensuring himself. Basically all but ensuring himself a spot in the Season 5 chase. I mean, all he has to do is keep it on track for 2.5 or 3.5 more laps now. Brett Hill in the 16th, third in points up here in the top 5. So we've got, not bad. Despite all the chaos, we've got 4 of the top 6 in the top 5.
I believe Brett's only non-top 5 was out of Daytona, but I could be wrong. So he's not doing too bad.
Daniel Gitterok actually catching the 10, which is a surprising statement to say the least.
The 19 has found his way into the top 10.
And the battle for second has caught up to Dylan Young.
It's amazing that truck is still running.
And Blake Coleman should be able to make the move easily enough. Now does the 2 block his teammate? Answer is yes.
Really bad.
Brett Hill coming off the pit lane. Able to avoid the pit wall or the tire wall there.
Barely. Oh no.
Oh, Brett Hill's actually trying to take second away from Cole Deaver as the two blocks both of them.
This is not going to end well on the bus stop. They can't get him.
And Bafode Sacco now going to go to third. There's Brett Hill taking advantage of the opening.
This is not good. This is not good. This is somehow
Cole
good.
Deaver now makes the peak. There goes Sacco off the course.
And that's not going to be a really happy Bafode
Sacco. He's off in the kitty litter.
Has he finished their races so far?
Who?
Bosacco.
Whoa!
38.
Whoa.
Saved it. Did he save it?
Again. James Ellison does save it. Hits the tire wall a little bit on the corner, on the exit of the corner. Johnny Gardner on the apron there. Strigley ends up getting a spot out of all that.
This is insane. Rob Evans has got up to 3 seconds now because of that.
He already had a 3-second lead. He's now just extended it even farther. Deaver finally gets around his teammate after being blocked for basically the whole lap. And the gap now is up to 4.5 seconds with 2 to go. All Rob Evans has to do is just keep it on the track, and he's got no lap traffic seemingly in front of him.
He can coast.
Well, I mean, he can't quite coast from there, but
I'm pretty sure
he can take it very easy the last couple laps.
He spins off right now.
That would be tragic.
Although
I'm pretty sure Blake Coleman would not mind one bit.
No, he would not. Rob.
By the way, despite. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Chad White is scored in 10th. He was spinning on lap 1.
That's how bad good this race has been.
Look at the back end of that Dodge Dealers number 4 for Bobby Hamilton Racing. He was around and backwards and any sort of sideways on lap 1, turn 1. He has now worked his way back up to 10th through surviving the rest of the way. James Ellison now is in 9th. He came into this one 44th in the points in desperate need of a solid run.
You think?
He's going to like triple his point total just in this one race.
And he spun out twice.
As the white flag has been started, that's Juan Fernandez who's run into problems at some point.
He hasn't run into problems. He's killed the problems.
And Rob Evans with no threat from behind, no trucks in front of him. Should be able to coast it around to be able to claim his second career Truck Series win.
21 goes side by side with him.
Nope. And right now, battle for second between Blake Coleman and Brett Hill down into the bus stop. Nothing happening there yet.
21's got to be careful because if 21 runs the 55 off, that's going to be that's not going to be good.
And Brett Hill looking for a way around. We'll continue watching this battle because it really doesn't matter what watching the race leader.
Yeah, this is going to get interesting into the corner. Who's going to lift? Who's going to give?
And Brett Hill has to take the sideways line a little bit. Can he find an opening? Rob Evans will win here at Watkins Glen. But the battle for second coming down to the line. Brett Hill not going to be able to make the move. Blake Coleman gets second.
Dylan Young crosses the line.
6th. Looks like Hyatt should come home 7th. There's the 11. Strigley in 8th. Ellison 9th. And Chad White still ends up in 10th. You were saying? I blame Steven. I blame Steven that we almost got down to it. You're the one who mentioned 11. You are the one that mentioned lead lap cars when we were at 21.
You know, what's more impressive, Jess got up to 15th with that car.
Quentin Moore in 16th, a lap down. JT Bryant's going to end up still on the lead lap.
He finished second last weekend, so, I mean, it's kind of a moral victory for them.
And that will help their total. They were 16th in points coming in. You know, we were mentioning Chad White was sideways and backwards on turn 1 as well. Kev Shear was also backwards on turn 1, and he still finishes the day in 14th on the lead lap.
What else is new?
But it is Rob Evans who grabs his second career win here at Watkins Glen. And Blake Coleman, second. Brett Hill, an all-rookie top 3. Cole Deaver, the top veteran, in 4th, and the only veteran driver in the top 6. Emmanuel Gonzalez, Joseph Bryant, Joshua Hyatt, the only other... There's only 2 veterans that finished in the top 10. Srigley in 8th. James Ellison, his first career top 10 in 9th. Chad White in 10th. That was also Chad White's first career top 10. I'm just looking for others. I believe that was also Srigley's first career top 10. I'm not seeing his... No, never mind. He has a top 5. That was Cole Deaver's first top 5 of the season. I'll say that. Steven, your final thoughts?
Shit show. That's my final thoughts. But anyway, it was a good race. I mean, besides all the crashing and turn 1 and the bust off, Rob Evans kind of stunk up the show, but good for Evans. He's now won 2 out of the first 4 races. Kind of going RJ Reynolds' path from last year. Brett Coleman, good run.
The same team.
Yeah. James Ellison, good run for them. 44th in the points. That's definitely a shot in the arm, just like with Rogers last weekend. Hyatt came home with 7th, so he continues his decently good season, and he breaks up the stat line of 1-1-1. Zayn Abdullah 12th. They won a road course last weekend. The Cup winner last week, was Max. He's on the field. Quinton Moore got 16th. Jess came back. That's a great run for them. And Calamity. Well, I was mistaken last weekend. We were not going to California. We are here at Watkins Glen. So next weekend, we're going to be finally flying to Auto Club for those racing. So I'll see you next week for that one.
Yep, and so with that, congrats to Rob Evans on the victory today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fan 1091, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.